Okay guys, this is part 2 of the Mario Wild level ranking, so no intro, let's get into this. So, the first tier in this part is just so happens to be the largest tier, that being the B tier. Well, here goes nothing. Okay, so first level in this tier probably has to be 4-3 On-Off Timer Palace. Showcases timers and not much else. And also it doesn't really fit with the sky theme that the entire world's been going for so far. Then next I'd probably put what one should I put next? Oh yeah, 6-2 Monster of a Time. It shows off how Goombas work underwater. It also introduces the monsters, memory parts, and saw blades on tracks. It's a pretty packed level. Oh yeah, and as for the monsters, we'll see a much better showcase of them later. So, next one probably got to be, I think, 2-Airship, Iggy's Frostburn Flight. Showcases fire and ice together. And, yeah, the boss is also pretty cool. This was actually a level I showcased in a sneak peek, so that's how you know it's pretty high quality. Oh yeah, if you're wondering why I'm blazing through these, it's because I've got things to do. Okay, next one just so happens to be the final level of the game, Tanukenstein's Lethal Lab. Like, everything's good, and it reuses things from prior levels in really good ways, but the boss fight is just sort of mid, bringing the whole thing down. Okay, what other ones should I put in this tier? Okay, I think the next one I should be putting in is 5-1 Muskrat Marsh, which is the second SMB2 level. It's way better than Planet Retronus, but not as good as some other power-up levels. Okay, next one in this tier. I'll probably put Demolished Dungeon Dash. Like, it's one of 3 Drybone Shell levels, and we'll see a much better showcase of the Drybone Shell later. This one doesn't really count though, because it's meant to showcase how it would work in a speedrun level, which it does pretty well. Speaking of speedrun levels, I think it's about time we talk about 3-3. Where is 3-3? There. Fast and Sinking is probably quite a quaint level, because like it's a speedrun in a shipwreck without underwater physics. Except for one part where you hit an on-off switch to continue. But yeah, just pretty good speedrun fun. Then the next one is one that I didn't expect to put that low, that being Enter the Frozen Fury. It showcases chain chomps and pokies and not much else. But it's still pretty good. Then next one is Tree Sap Tussle. It's a mid-boss level, and it has a really cool mid-boss with like the shoe Goombas. But the main level itself is quite mid, just revolving around bullseye bills, seesaws, and rising lava. But it's not lava, it's tree sap, but whatever. Then next one is a pretty good sky level, star of the show. Showcases the star and also donut blocks. But it's just simple fun, which I like because I'm a simple guy. Then next one would probably be one of my favourite ones, Boom Boom Swinging Swamp. Revolves around claws, which have already been introduced. There's also a mid-boss level with actually a really cool gimmick in the boss arena. Play it for yourself, you'll see. Then the next one is 8-4 Fake Block Coliseum. Like, it showcases fake blocks and chain jumps. And it also has a boss, that being the Mecha Chomp. But there's one fake block level earlier in the game that's way better. And there's also another one which is way later in the game, and a DLC level which is also way better. So this one's just in the middle. Then the next one is 2-3 Scaling Mount Koopa. It revolves around the Big Mushroom and Koopas. And it's just a neat power-up centered level, which does a way better job at showcasing the power-up than that level in World 1. And then there's the next one in World 6, that being Link's Cavern Rush. It revolves around Link in a short and sweet level, but there's actually a way better Link level all the way up in S tier, so this one has to be lower. Then the first of the DLC levels, Warehouse and Ruin, is up next. I mean, it fuses features from the seesaw level with spike tops and underground parts, as well as having an upside down section, which is actually the ventilation system from the original level, but extended and made upside down. The boss fight is actually a combo boss fight with Bowser Jr. and Boom Boom. And yeah, this is actually a lot harder than the original, but it's also a lot worse. But yeah, speaking of the original, 8-2 Bowser Jr.'s Wacky Warehouse is up next. You need to go into rooms to get items and hit an on-off switch to face Bowser Jr. And he just does some simple things like uses cannons and throws hammers. Just simple stuff. But I like it. Okay, this one's the best level from World 4, that being a Fine Cut. It revolves around saw blades and a mystical dragon called PK. And it's overall a nice traditional level. But yeah, it's also another level with a way better showcase. And another level. Okay, gonna want to round out the B tier soon, so next up we have Manic Mahogany's -3, which is Piranhaplant's Pyromaniac Pipes. It's the only one to not have a crazy gimmick, just fire Piranhaplants and pipes. But it works. It actually uses the pipes in some unique ways, like having to platform on them and having clear indicators that blue pipes contain piranhas. So yeah, it's just simple stuff. And then I think I should round out the B tier with Rafting Through the Night. It involves Hammer Bros and rafts. This is the second level on this list that I showcased in a sneak peek. So yeah, that's something that gave it a boost. So now we can move on to the two top tiers, A and S. Starting obviously with A. Now the next level is 1-2 Pollen Plateau. Involves piranha plants, Koopa Troopas, and slopes. And it's just overall a fun time. And it's also another plant level to have indicators, which is pretty cool. And next is Spiked Out. A mostly traditional level involving spike balls. But that works because they can work with many different things. There's even a section inside a little tower that you actually race against one. And it's also the level that introduces blue lifts and fire piranha plants, both having really cool sections dedicated to them. Also introduces many icicles, which is cool. Okay, next one. Probably 8-DLC-3 Machina. Involves the Buzzy Beetle shell and note blocks and uses it in some pretty good ways. And it's also a way better version of Fake Block Coliseum because you can actually go inside the Coliseum, which is pretty cool. But yeah, the Chomp Mech is back, and this time he's weathered, so he's a lot harder to fight. But overall, this is pretty good. Okay, next one. Probably Planet Fakerom is the other really good fake block level, and I think it shows off what it's trying to do perfectly. It also introduces booze, which is pretty cool. Okay, now we've got another level, that being Buncho Munchers. Introduces munchers, invisible blocks, and it's just a fun time. And a good level. Okay, next one's On-Off Switchscapes. It's called Switchscapes because it has some puzzles, like using a spiny shell to try and get the on-off switch to constantly activate, as well as having some simple things like getting a lift to move and a neat little puzzle to get some coins and eventually the top of the flagpole. Okay. Next one. This one's probably the best one from World 7. I mean, after its abysmal track record at the start, I'm glad it was able to redeem itself with Planet Croakia. It involves the frog suit, which can now transform you into an actual frog. And it's also a mid-boss level where you fight Boom Boom again. But this time, he hired a Goomba army and he also decided to start swimming, using a dolphin kick to try and attack you. So yeah, it's just fun involving the frog suit. Okay, and then probably the final one in this tier is got to be 3-Airship, which is Wendy's Airborne Arsenal. I mean, World 3 had to redeem itself with a good level after being the star of our last place position. And this one delivers, having a great boss fight, which might be the best in the game, great mechanics, and overall good stuff, using thwomps and puzzles and as obstacles. Okay, now on to top 5. These are the best of the best. Number 5 is 6-3 Dead Point. This is the best Drybone Shell level, and it's not even close. Like, it just has lots of good showcases and just does it all brilliantly. Number 4 would have to be the final level of World of Destruction, Bowser's Buried Bastion. Being a ruined version of the final level, it's a lot harder, and the Bowser fight's also not as good, but still really good. And then third is this penultimate level of the game, Wave the Tanuki. It's really fun using the Tanuki suit, or Wave the Raccoon. It's really fun using the raccoon suit to the fullest, and sections that weren't even in its introduction level. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Then second place is Yoshi's Island. Do I even need to say anything more? I love Yoshi's Island, and it's just an amazing level. Taking direct inspiration, and it's also where I got the design for the cactus plant enemies, which is another cool thing. Then finally, the absolute best level in the game is Monster Mayhem. It is chaotic, and it is mayhem, and it does contain monsters. Oh yeah, and this is the other Link showcase, which is way better than the one before. So yeah, that's an amazing level. Honestly, like, it's just so good from the way it uses its gimmicks to combine them with Link. This is phenomenal. 10 out of 10. Fight me. Anyways, yeah, this is amazing. And yeah, this is the end of the ranking. Hope you guys are enjoying Mario Wilds, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.